Business and Leisure, your weekly window to the world of business and guide to the good life. Hosted by Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa.
Hello to everyone. Welcome to the perfect combination of business and the good life. This is Business and Leisure, your weekly business and lifestyle electronic magazine, where we shall bring you the week's significant business developments on BizWatch, while our weekly guide to the good life comes your way via our Leisure Report, hosted this week by our sunshine girl, Day Munsaya. And she's here right now to give you an idea of what we have in store this week. Day?
Thank you so much, Butch. Hi, guys. Yes, I'm happy to be your co-host for this week as I give you another bunch of interesting and fun features on the lifestyle section of our show. Now, here's a glimpse of what to expect this week. We've got exclusive events coming your way on Lifestyle Chronicles that is followed by our popular segment Places, and finally is our regular treat for all the firearm enthusiasts out there. I know you're all eager to find out more about them, but let's wait a little while as we talk about some serious business first with none other than our main man, Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa. See you in a bit, Butch.
Thanks, Day. We'll see you right after I take care of business. Before we give you our presentation this week, we shall first pause for a short break, right after which it's all business talk on BizWatch.
As a coach, you don't define yourself in terms of championships you've won. What happens beyond the trophies? You have to move forward, grow, and get better. Life is all about taking shots, and I want these kids to at least have the courage to take that shot so they can grow, learn, be compassionate, and have the heart of a champion.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Welcome back to Business and Leisure, and we now start talking serious business on BizWatch, our business section. For our lead issue this week, we have interesting data from the Philippine Statistics Authority. The PSA recently announced that combined pledges of the Board of Investments and the Philippine Economic Zone Authority rose by 53.2% in the first quarter of the year alone. Our business reporter Andre Cole has the story.
According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, the combined pledges from BOI and the Philippine Economic Zone spiked in the first quarter of 2018. In the same period last year, investment pledges were at 119.31 billion pesos. For the first quarter this year, the investment pledges reached 182.83 billion pesos, a rise of 53.2%.
Of the 182.83 billion pesos pledged investments, approvals from the Board of Investments totaled 152.12 billion or 83.2%. The balance of 30.72 billion pesos or 16.8% were registered with PESA. More of the story from our business reporter.
This is how the distribution of these investments goes. 57.1% have been committed to electricity, gas, air conditioning, and steam for a total of 104.35 billion pesos. This is actually higher by 2,074.5% compared to its level in 2017. Coming in a far second is real estate with 7.24 billion pesos or 14.9%. On third place is manufacturing with 13.87 billion pesos or 7.6%, followed by water supply, sewerage, and waste management with 13.87 billion pesos or 7.6%. Completing the lineup is transportation and storage with 7.01 billion pesos or 3.8%. The biggest approved foreign investment commitments will be coming from Japan at 7.86 billion pesos. Last year, this figure stood at 0.61 billion pesos. The United Kingdom was the second highest country source with 1.54 billion pesos, followed by the Netherlands with 0.88 billion pesos, Singapore with 0.56 billion pesos, and USA with 0.45 billion pesos. Both the Board of Investments and the Philippine Economic Zone Authority give tax and fiscal incentives to investors which attract foreign investments.
Comparatively, the pledged investments were higher in previous years, but it cannot be denied that the jump from 2017 to 2018 of more than 50% for the first quarter of the year alone is pretty impressive. Meanwhile, in Bulacan, the National Irrigation Administration is all set to start construction of the Bulo Small Reservoir Irrigation Project. The project will cost 990.37 million pesos. Here's our BizWatch correspondent Heidi Santos with the details.
In Calawacan, Doña Remedios Trinidad in Bulacan, the irrigation project that will irrigate 570 hectares of agricultural lands will soon be started. With the provision of irrigation and drainage infrastructures, the irrigation project is expected to increase the agricultural production in the area. In Calawacan alone, 35 hectares of agricultural lands will be irrigated and 535 hectares of agricultural lands in Malibay, San Miguel will likewise be irrigated. A total of 50 farmers will benefit from this irrigation project.
During the rainy season when irrigation is not needed, the Bulo Small Reservoir Irrigation Project will serve as catch basin for 20 barangays in Bulacan. This will prevent flash floods at the downstream of Bulo River. This will also create a development site for inland fish culture in the upstream of Bulo Dam. More details from our BizWatch correspondent.
Local officials of Bulacan as well as officials of the National Irrigation Administration conducted the ceremonial groundbreaking and capsule laying. Another province that will soon benefit from a big irrigation project is Aklan, when a 370 million peso project will be initiated in Panay Island. It will irrigate an additional of 594 hectares of agricultural lands in the municipalities of Calibo, Banga, Malinaw, Lezo, Makato, Numancia, and New Washington.
The combined worth of irrigation projects to be undertaken by the National Irrigation Administration is well over 1 billion pesos. This is certainly good news for our local farmers. At this point, BizWatch will take a very short break. Stay with us, but we will be back shortly with more interesting and relevant business issues for you.
Motoring Today is now on the web. Watch this episode or other past episodes of the country's longest running motoring program any time of the day by logging on to our website, motoringtoday.ph. Motoring Today is now online, just a click away.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
The power of Strada. It's your sport truck.
Welcome back, and you're still on Business and Leisure's BizWatch, our business section. The European Innovation Technology and Science Center is set to work with the Philippine Economic Zone Authority to provide programs and solutions to allow all PEZA locators to have data privacy. Andre Ko has the story.
The European Innovation Technology and Science Center and the Philippine Economic Zone Authority have signed a memorandum of agreement. With the MOA, the European entity will conduct trainings and workshops inside the economic zones to allow them to be compliant with our Data Privacy Act under the PEZA Data Protection Program to provide cybersecurity to its locators. With the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation set to be enforced on May 25 this year, we have to be internationally compliant with this international standard, according to Mr. Henry Schumacher of the European Union.
Under this law, a company should have an appointed data protection officer and should conduct privacy impact assessments. There is also a need to set in place a privacy knowledge management program, implement privacy and data protection policy, and exercise breach reporting procedures. More of the story with our BizWatch correspondent.
In Asia, only Japan and South Korea are in adequacy talks with the EU for compliance. It is only the European Commission that can determine whether a country outside the European Union is compliant with its General Data Protection Program. PEZA Director General Charito Plaza is mandating all companies to be compliant with the Data Privacy Act, as well as international protocols. PEZA has agreed with partner European Innovation Technology and Science Center to start the program in June in Cavite, which is the Philippines' largest economic zone. It has 350 locators and employs more than 89,000 workers, mostly working for electronics, garments, and plastic company locators. The European entity will provide solutions that will enable locators to assess the risks and processes, introduce policies and controls, and enable them to respond to incidents of data breaches.
Offenses under the Data Privacy Act are punishable by up to 7 million pesos in fines and up to 7 years imprisonment. The European Union can set a maximum penalty of 20 million euros for non-compliance of its General Data Protection Program. And now for our fourth and final issue this week. The Philippine American Life and General Insurance Company, or Philm Life, perhaps unknown to many, has been very much involved in major infrastructure projects in the country. They are now poised to get even more involved in financing the Duterte administration's infrastructure program. Heidi Santos says the details.
Philm Life participated in major projects that include the Skyway, the South Luzon Expressway or SLEX, and the Manila-Cavite Expressway or Cavitex as one of the investors. Now, the insurance company is collaborating with the Insurance Commission to find a way to participate in the Duterte administration's infrastructure program. PhilLife President Ariel G. Cantos said that the company is just waiting for the right signal and direction from the government regarding this. He added that he is aware that there are several companies interested in similar opportunities. Like many other big companies, Philm Life has the long-term funds for this purpose. However, the government has recently changed its direction by choosing Official Development Assistance or ODA over the previous Public-Private Partnerships or PPP.
The company, however, is not about to give up. as it continues to aspire to be part of the Duterte administration's Build, Build, Build program. And with that, we end this week's edition of BizWatch. We shall pause for another break, and when we come back, we'll have the Corporate Social Responsibility segment of Business and Leisure. Please stay with us.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Continuing with Business and Leisure, you're still on BNL's Business section, and what we have next is our Corporate Social Responsibility segment. This week we will feature another outstanding corporate social responsibility project of a car company that came up as one of the platinum awardees in the recent Driven to Serve Awards of the Society of Philippine Motoring Journalists, which gave recognition and distinction to outstanding CSR projects of the automotive industry. Now, this CSR initiative that we have on the spotlight this week shows how an automotive company can help care for the environment.
Like every responsible corporate citizen, Honda Cars Philippines cares for the environment. They recognize the effects of climate change, and being in the automotive industry, which is vital to any progressive economy, this company realizes that fossil fuel has its ill effects on the environment. The question is how to conquer these ill effects, and Honda has found an ally with whom it can achieve this. Honda has partnered with Haribon Foundation's Road 2020 movement that aims to restore our rainforests. Honda's Vice President for Corporate and Government Affairs, Attorney Luis Soriano, took time out to explain to BNL about their CSR project.
Our main reason for choosing tree planting is because we regard climate change as one of the priority environmental issues, given the fact that we, as a manufacturer of car, use fossil fuels that affect the climate change. Not only that, to this project we're able to create a carbon sink, and hectares of restored rainforests that will help make communities resilient to the effect of climate change.
With this tree planting activity, attorney Luis Soriano says they realize the biological benefits of such an endeavor, which encourages biodiversity and cleaner air for everyone. They couldn't have chosen a better partner than Haribon Foundation.
Haribon Foundation, because of their reputation, because of their system, we choose them because we know that because of their system, there is the effective implementation of this project. And we at Honda would really make sure that these trees would survive, and that will also benefit the communities. Okay.
Road 2020 is actually Haribon Foundation's project, but Honda saw that the project goes in the same direction that they want to pursue.
It's actually a reforestation organization and advocates leading to 2020. This is basically a movement of environmental advocates in order to revive the Philippine reforestation of the rainforest. Okay, so basically this is by planting native tree species like apitong, nara, luan, because according to the Haribon Foundation, this kind of tree species they have a greater chance of survival, and basically they also revive rainforests. And that would lead to ensuring the flourishment of animals, native animals and plants.
The partnership of Honda with Haribon Foundation's Road 2020 entails planting native tree species which have greater chances of survival because Honda is dead set on ensuring the longevity and success of their tree planting project.
Basically, our commitment with Haribon Foundation is to plant 5,000 trees a year, and we've been doing this one since 2010.
To ensure the success of the project, it is vital to get the support of local residents to make sure that the seedlings that they plant will be nurtured. When these seedlings eventually grow into mature trees, it will definitely help revive the forest ecosystem.
We have planted trees, for instance, in Cabinti, Laguna, also in Real, Quezon, and San Pablo. And the last time, it was in last year, we went to Quezon in Dolores, to plant trees, basically based on the suggestion of Haribon Foundation.
The company has made it a company-wide endeavor, engaging all of their associates, including Honda Philippines Incorporated, Honda Parts Manufacturing Corporation, and Honda Trading. With attorney Soriano says, all look forward to these tree planting activities. They are also inviting their Honda dealers to participate in the project.
Now, in the previous tree planting activities that we had, we are with our Honda suppliers, and we are inviting actually our dealers to participate also in these tree planting activities. We have planted already 40,000 trees since 2010. Okay.
Since it started in 2010, Honda Philippines is happy to report that the replanted rainforests are showing good, healthy signs of survival. The seedlings are faring well, and there are already 28 species of birds thriving in the rainforests. 18 of these bird species are endemic to the Philippines, and 5 of them can only be found in Luzon. Their new restoration site is in Barangay San Cristobal, San Pablo, Laguna. The company resorts that many local women in the community are assisting Haribon Foundation in the forest restoration activities. Hopefully, this will continue well into the completion of Road 2020.
Basically, this memorandum of agreement that was signed in 2010 was actually for 10 years program. So basically, until 2019, we are partnering with Haribon Foundation to participate in this Road 2020 program.
The project has also inspired local communities to cooperate and help nurture the forests. The local communities now have a better appreciation of the environment, and the training and mentoring services of Haribon in cooperation with Honda have made them understand and appreciate the benefits of conservation.
We would like to ensure the motoring public, especially our Honda customers, that we at Honda really care for the environment. Basically, we are partnering with Haribon Foundation, this kind of organization, to ensure that we really protect our environment through this kind of activities.
That was attorney Luis Soriano of Honda Cars Philippines on their company's tree planting activities in various communities in the country. Our lifestyle section is coming up next with our sunshine girl, Day Munsayak. Don't go anywhere.
Rediscover an extraordinary world as it unfolds before your eyes with the all-new 7-seater diesel CR-V. See the extraordinary.
Think you're tough? Do you dare to go off-road or off-key? Do you use your great power with great control? With the new Isuzu D-Max, you're tough enough to be unstoppable. And you're tough enough to be right back. Isuzu D-Max, tough enough for anything.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
The original or Lapids Chicharon has over 40 years experience manufacturing high-grade and crispy chicharon nationwide and worldwide. They also serve the best-tasting barbecue in town. Our Lapids Chicharon and Barbecue. Laging bagong luto.
You're still with us here on Business and Leisure, and now we go right on to the lifestyle section as I turn you over to our co-host this week, Sunshine Girl Day Munsayak, for our leisure report. Your cue, Day.
Thank you so much again, Butch, for passing them over to me. Hi everyone, Day here again. I hope you're still with me as I dish out the latest in the lifestyle part of our show. We start right away with the hottest and trendiest events in and even out of the metro. Here now is Lifestyle Chronicles.
Phoenix STV Auto Rally Corporate Challenge was recently held at the Clark Global City in Clark, Pampanga. During the ceremony, STV Chairman and CEO Ray Butch Gamboa, together with Mr. Glenson Lim, General Manager of Clark Global City, Ms. Selena Matias, AVP of Phoenix Petroleum, and Mr. Rod Franco, President and CEO of NLEX Corporation, flagged off 36 cars, all eager to start and finish the rally, which covered from Clark to Subic.
We'd like people to come here to see the place, and for this place is for everybody. We have culture, we have entertainment, we'll have leisure, we'll have offices, and syempre, if we want to support activities like this kasi a lot of people are interested in cars, and of course we are partners, we are sister companies with Phoenix, who supply fuel and oil.
Last year, we've launched our new products, including RFID, and we also have new payment systems. Now we accept payments via PayMaya. We also accept payments via credit card. We also accept payments via BIP. So many payment channels nowadays, apart from the traditional payments. So we're hoping our motorists would start shifting from cash payments to electronic payments because that would promote and would mean more convenient when you use the expressways the next time.
A few months ago, Phoenix launched its Level Up Fuel, which is the Phoenix Pulse technology with the promise of enhanced power and acceleration. This fuel was actually a collaboration between world-class experts and our local technical team, so to give our customers added value. I'm inviting everyone to try our Level Up Fuel or our next generation fuel, Phoenix Pulse technology, for enhanced power and acceleration.
We'll bring you more events exclusively here on Lifestyle Chronicles. Well, we continue our quest in finding good places to relax and dine out, and let's see where our Business and Leisure crew will take us this time. Watch this.
This is Osakatsu in Valero Street in Salcedo Village in Makati City. Osakatsu is decidedly a Japanese restaurant, but not your typical common Japanese restaurant as you will later see. It is owned by L.A. Valles, who describes himself as a foodie and a newbie restaurateur. Even as a child, he knew he wanted to be a businessman, but he had to work as an employee first in a few real estate companies to get his feet wet in the corporate world. L.A. always had a passion for food also, so when the time was ripe, he quit his job and indulged in his own passion.
12 years down the road, when I realized that I'm now ready to venture into the big leagues and own my own business, I immediately decided and filed my resignation and then started this restaurant.
And this is his very own, his first venture into the restaurant business actually. As earlier said, Osakatsu is not the typical Japanese restaurant one often sees. It has a unique concept, and this is how Osakatsu came to be.
2 years ago, my family and I went to Japan. So actually back then, it was really a good destination for people because 2 years ago, and actually up to until now, a lot of people, a lot of the Filipinos are going to Japan because of the experience. When we were in Osaka, our tour guide luckily brought us to the Shinsekai area. So Shinsekai area is more of parang the red light district of Osaka. So parang if you compare it to Manila, parang it's the Malate. And we were brought to this a small restaurant which offered DIY kushikatsu experience. So immediately, when I saw the concept, it was an aha moment for me and I was thinking, if I bring it to the Philippines, definitely this would be a big bang for all the people.
L.A. saw how the family, even his young nephews and nieces, enjoyed cooking their own food, and that gave him a bright idea of bringing this unique restaurant concept back home to Manila. And how did he come up with a name?
So Osakatsu, it's a combination of the Osaka experience and the soul food of Osaka, which is kushikatsu. Actually, in the Shinsekai area, there are a lot of small shops there offering just kushikatsu and beer. So when I researched, kushikatsu is the soul food of Osaka. It had been there since 1920s and it's still popular to the Osaka people up to now.
It took LA 2 years to finally put up this restaurant after several feasibility studies, assuming the role of a diner who is about to embark on a new dining experience in the metro.
Anyway, we were thinking, what would make Filipinos want to try a different type of a restaurant? Well, you make it very experiential. You make it very experiential. You make it look very Osakan. Like, it's very fun, it's very unique.
Having concluded that he has finally found the perfect formula, he decided to put it up in Valero Street, which is surprising because Valero is now a restaurant row.
I was really targeting BGC, Alabang area, BF, exactly what you were saying, Maginhawa, where the people are going to nowadays, right? So when I saw this place, I was thinking maybe you want to be in an area where you can build your market, where you can build and attract the people who normally goes to these places and put them in another location where there are new restaurants that's burgeoning, right?
Happily, more restaurants are now popping up in this working area in Makati.
I would say that I really made a good decision to position myself in this area.
Here, LA likes to marry the traditional classical Japanese recipes with street food style of dining, and it works.
I feel that people, when they go, let's say when they travel, they look at blogs, they read blogs, they look at videos of people eating a lot of street food. And then when they go to a restaurant and then they see that the menu also offers street food, it brings value to the restaurant because there's a different experience, or maybe a nostalgia to other people who travels and then see these types of street food that's being offered in the restaurant.
The interiors are quite unique also. It is unmistakably Japanese and, as LA says, is Instagrammable. The size is just right with a seating capacity of 7 to 6.
That includes the buffet tables with deep fryers at the center and also the non-cooking tables. So for the buffet type of tables, we can sit around 44 and then the rest are non-buffet.
Now let's see what makes Osakatsu's cuisine unique.
In your buffet table, as you can see, there's a deep fryer at the table. And then you'll be given Japanese flour, our own batter, and then panko or breadcrumbs. So for the buffet, there's a lot of choices. We're offering around 20 different sticks that you can choose from. So the process is you go to the buffet counter, choose among the 20 sticks that you can choose, that you can fry on your table. And also there are a lot of makis there. We have 3 types of maki and then we change it almost every day. And then there's also chahan, gohan, Japanese curry, chicken teppanyaki, yakisoba. And also you'll be given a half serving of your favorite ramen, either tonkotsu, miso, or tonkotsu, miso, and shoyu. Shoyu, tonkotsu, and miso. So, okay, so basically you will be deep frying your food in the table, and then we will be giving 3 types of sauces that we've concocted in our kitchen. There's sweet sauce, tonkatsu, and then our signature spicy sauce.
At the buffet table can be found the proteins like tuna, salmon, beef, pork and chicken, as well as the veggies and different kinds of balls. Every month, they try to change the offerings for variety. Here, LA demonstrates how to cook your own food at your own table. First, you coat the food with a Japanese flour, then dip it in the prepared batter. Coat it with breadcrumbs. Then proceed to deep fry.
So what's good about our deep fryers is that our oil is very regulated. The temperature is just fixed. So you would not be experiencing any popping sensation or any na parang some people are natatakot na baka tumalsik yung oil or something. But since our technology came from Japan, so it's very regulated.
One has to wait between 1 to 3 minutes to have the food done. That's how quick it is. In front of the diner is a food warmer where the newly fried food can be placed so the excess oil drips while cooling it a bit.
What we have here is the claim to fame recipe of our executive chef, Chef Edo-san. It's named after him. It's called the Edo-san Special. So what's special about this makimono is we are using here more rare, more special type of an eel It is actually called anago. It is a seawater eel that is more rare and more luxurious than the more popular unagi. So, Chef Edo-san put together a dish that includes anago, Japanese cucumber, kani, cream cheese, and then it was deep fried. And then included in the dressing is his signature sauces here. And then it was torched with sauteed shrimps on top. Here we have a different type of maki because, as you can see, it is black. So we call it the black mamba. So it is different because we infused the squid ink into the sushi rice to make it really black and to add a more fishy flavor into the maki. So the combination of soft shell crab tempura with the avocado, the cheddar cheese, the ebiko, and then sprinkled with Parmesan cheese together with our egg mayo dressing that was torched. This makes a very unique experience and a very different type of maki that's being introduced here at Osakatsu. So here we have the aburi ebi tempura sushi. So as you can see, there's a tempura on top over sushi rice, and then wrapped around by nori. And then we put here cheese on top, and then we put our egg mayo dressing plus our special aburi sauce, and then it was torched on top to give the smoky and burnt taste afterwards. So here we have tsukune, or Japanese chicken balls. So this is a house blended chicken balls, deep fried with our special spicy sauce, and then topped with nori or shredded nori. So this appetizer is really good pairing for your favorite beer, especially Japanese beers and our highballs. So another creation of our chef Edo-san is our famous dessert, which is called fried chocolate. So this fried dessert is like a fried makimono, which is served as a dessert, or is being served as a dessert. So what we have here is chocolate inside with mango, red bean paste, mochi, and the secret ingredient, which is nori. It's being wrapped, deep fried, and then served with shaved chocolates, and then a scoop of ice cream. You'll be experiencing first a different type of texture. There's crunchy, then gooey, and then afterwards a little bit of hint of salt to complement, in a way, the yin and yang of desserts, which is salty and then sweet.
That's a big meal that has been laid out by L.A. Valles, and here's his personal invite for you.
Hi guys, come visit Osakatsu, Manila. This is the first DIY buffet kushikatsu, wherein you can cook your own food or deep fry your food at the table. So you can check us out in our social media accounts in Facebook and Instagram. And you can call us for reservations at 838-7591. We are located at the second floor of ACCM Building, 102 Valero Street, Salcedo Village, Makati.
More exciting and interesting dining destinations coming your way only here on Places segment. Our segment dedicated to all the firearm enthusiasts is coming up next, right after this short break.
Rediscover an extraordinary world as it unfolds before your eyes. With the all-new 7-seater diesel CR-V. See the extraordinary.
Think you're tough? Do you dare to go off-road or off-key? Do you use your great power with great control? With the new Isuzu D-Max, you're tough enough to be unstoppable. And you're tough enough to be right back. Isuzu D-Max, tough enough for anything.
When you sweat to be sweet and you clean car seat, it's love. When you try to look cool but you look like a fool, it's love. It's love. It's love.
Show your love with the new features of the all-new Innova. Love the journey.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Welcome back, and yes, you're still with me, Day, here on Business and Leisure. Here now is Sports Shoot.
Sports Shoot is brought to you by Rock Island Armory, manufactured by Armscore Global Defense Incorporated.
Welcome to Sports Shoot, Business and Leisure segment for the gun enthusiast. This week, our featured handgun is the Kimber Micro 9 two-tone and 9mm chambered 1911 style pistol that is just the right size for easy carrying. It is a hammer-fired semi-automatic pistol with a capacity of 6+1. The barrel is 3.15 inches long and 1.06 inches wide. Its height is 4.07 inches and it weighs 15.6 ounces. The Kimber Micro 9 is finished with an aluminum frame and steel matte black slide. It has fixed low-profile sights and has a grip of rosewood color. The trigger was tested at 7 pounds for single action. In the US, it retails for $650. On the range, experts found the Micro 9 small enough for pocket carry. The single-action trigger was also smooth and clean and actually felt lighter than 7 pounds because of the short sliding trigger that is the hallmark of the 1911. At 25 yards, the average group was about 4.5 inches. Other pistols clearly outperformed this pistol in accuracy, but for its size and with a short barrel of 3.15 inches, gun experts found it not too bad for a miniaturized 1911. This is because pistols of this size are manufactured for distances not exceeding 7 yards, where they are most accurate. Overall, the Kimber Micro 9 is an excellent pistol with its ease of carry, shootability, and its 9mm chambering. That was the Kimber Micro 9, our featured handgun for this week's Sports Shoot. And that's Sports Shoot this week, Business and Leisure segment for the gun enthusiasts.
Sports Shoot is brought to you by Rock Island Armory, manufactured by Armscore Global Defense Incorporated.
There are quite a lot of firearm enthusiasts out there. We're pleased to watch our featured firearm for the week. Well, that's all the time I got, but fret not, as I will see you all again for another interesting and fun episode of Business and Leisure. Please do catch me again next week, alright? This has been Damon Sayak. Turning you over now to our main man, Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa, to close our show. See you again next time, Butch.
Thanks, Dave, for another interesting, entertaining, and engaging edition of the Leisure Report. And with that, we end another episode of Business and Leisure. Thank you for staying up with us. Also, don't forget to follow us in our social media accounts. Till the next time, this has been your host, Ray Butch Gamboa. Good business to all and enjoy the good life.